is the regular city council meeting for Monday, August 23rd, 2021. I will call the meeting to order. If you all stand up and say the pledge of allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right, can I have roll call, please, Teresa?
Rich Peterson,
Yes.
Matt Girardi,
Yep.
Adam Ryder.
Yes.
I received a message from J.T. Thompson and Matt Peterson. They will be absent tonight.
Okay. Number 4, approval of agenda. Obviously, which one is it here? Number 8. I really don't feel like we need to. There's a whole lot there to discuss on that one. So, probably just cross that one off. So with that being said, does anybody have any questions regarding the agenda? If not, can I have a motion for approval?
Motion to approve.
Second?
Yep.
Second. And roll call, please.
Matt Girardi,
Yep.
Adam Ryder,
Yes.
Rich Peterson.
Yes.
Number 5, public comments. I don't believe anybody signed up, so we'll skip that. Number 6, the consent agenda. Pretty short and sweet. Anybody have any questions on that? Not have a motion for approval.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Second.
And roll call.
Adam Ryder,
Yes.
Matt Girardi,
Yes.
Rich Peterson.
Yes.
Number 7, discuss and consider approval of placement / approval of a pop can donation trailer. So Nancy is here with us tonight, and she's going to kind of elaborate on that. If you would, please.
Hello, everyone. And did everyone get the email that was sent out to you before?
Yes.
Okay, basically we put that together, stating the reasons, stating the history, what we have done, and stating the reasons why we would like it. One of the first ones is, it's been a great money maker. We have over $7,000 that we collected off of it already. When we first started that, we really didn't think that. It's been amazing. And we can't have it there anymore due to the new business. We didn't think it might not go over so well up at the park. 3 trips last week. So it's still going over good. It's amazing.
Good.
Yeah,
Good deal.
pleasantly surprised. Before the new business went in, Ray and Wendy House were nice enough that we brought their trailer in, we loaded up a load. And you've seen it. Teresa let me know. I don't go down here, by here every day. I don't see it. We loaded it up. It wasn't full, 3/4 of the way full. It was $500 for that load. Couldn't believe it, you guys. We just really couldn't believe it. And sometimes I think, when we empty it out more often, it accumulates more. I think people are respectful not to put stuff along the side.
Yeah.
So again, that proved it up at the park. We cleaned it up 3 times last week and people kept dropping more off. And I'm sure you're all aware Patty's not in Preston anymore. Patty did it, you guys. Patty's the one that mainly did the trips. And she worked in Clinton, she did it. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna go to Clinton every week, and if you're making a trip, you can't be dressed up, picking up those pop cans and going to that redemption center. That just don't work.
Yeah.
So it's a special trip to take them. Took them in the truck a couple times. Not the last time, but the 3 times before that, sadly, I lost them along the way. The bags are lighter now since COVID. They're not as strong as they used to be. Hauling them in the back of the truck don't work. So that's the real safety concern, is driving them in the back of the truck. We did a lot of improvements at the park with the funds that we have collected. We feel very glad that we were able to do soap dispensers and the pet receptacles, and this year, since the park, I don't think we've asked city for any money. We've done all the expenses, that's what we've done with the pop cans.
Yeah.
Whether it be for plants or spring or whatever, but we haven't asked for any money, and that's where the money goes. It shows community support, I think it's a great fundraiser. We were able to get the Wellmark grant last week, $25,000.
Oh,
Our total now is over 65,000. So we're about halfway there, but the price has gone up. But, so we just wanna continue doing that. I mean, we feel like it's a great fundraiser and we really don't know how to do it without a trailer.
Do you have anybody else that helps you, Nancy, with that? with the
Laura
cans?
Farrell did,
she?
yes,
Okay.
what's her son's name that's in high school?
Ethan?
Yes, Ethan did it for community service,
Okay,
so he had to get some hours in, so she has helped this summer.
okay. I was just curious how many people were involved in helping run things here and there.
And then when I can't make it down and it's bad and we needed some hauled away, I actually load them in our truck, take them to an employee at Plastics, cause
Oh,
he lives in Fulton and he'll
Okay.
drop them off.
okay.
I mean, there's just times you just can't do it, but it's gotta be hauled away. I
Yeah.
mean, Patty was great about it and she put them in front of her house if she could.
Right.
We don't have that anymore, we can't do it, and, we've always wanted to make it, we've always wanted to look neat, you
Well,
know.
that's just it, you know, I mean, you drive around and you see it, you know, in other towns too, and they all have, you know, trailers with them, so I guess what kind of trailer are you thinking or looking at, or?
A livestock trailer, we posted on Facebook, seriously, we have been looking for probably 6 months. I've had multiple people, I don't check Craigslist, I don't do it, but I've had Terry, Sean, Travis, Dakota,
Yeah,
they've been checking it, they've been scouting out.
okay,
We can't find it. There was one that was on Craigslist for 2 weeks, we kept trying to get a hold of him, finally Terry got through and he said, oh, that went the first day, it was out by Anamasa.
like a caged, like one of the caged
Livestock.
trailers? Oh, it's a
Enclosed
but-
livestock,
okay,
yeah.
Okay,
Because again, I think we need something, an open trailer I don't think's gonna work, guys, I just don't think it, because number one, too, for the elements, you know, there's a lot of times that I'd hustle in before it was gonna rain or snow to move stuff,
mhm.
because that's a mess.
Are you looking like a fifth wheel livestock
No.
trailer, or?
It's a 16-foot.
Okay,
Someone's willing to give us a really, really, really good deal on it.
okay,
Now, this is something that's just gonna be used for transport, not to keep at the park.
No, we think keep at the park, because Matt, if we don't keep it there,
Yeah.
that's half the work.
Yep.
Like when we went with Ray and Wendy, sure, I know everyone's not gonna put it in exact bags, but I mean, I have no problem swinging by the park, stopping, rebagging it, cause that's basically what you have to do, whether it's you're doing a million trips into the Redemption Center.
Yeah.
So what I do is I take it and I rebag it into the large bags, say if there's 5 little garbage bags, that makes one big bag.
Mm-hmm.
And that worked really slick, and then we stack it up in the trailer.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
How many bags do you think you can fit in there?
We had 40 last time,
40 what?
40 large bags.
No way.
Yeah, I called ahead, the Clinton has done the best for us, and I just went, last week I had to go to Macogata, so I took a load, and that's 3 loads, Corey took a load, I took a load, and Laura took a load. But Macogata, there's a new manager now, all you can take is 72 bottles and 5 bags, so that's all I could take, so I got $54. But yeah, in Wendy and Ray's trailer, we did 40 bags, and when you're doing the bottles, you have to take them and help her count them. I did 354 bottles and she had 260.
Hmm.
That's how much we had in that trailer, and like I said, there was still more room.
And you did this at Main Avenue Redemption?
Yeah, she's really nice to us, guys, she's really nice. We call ahead,
You're kidding?
I know, we call ahead, Patty's made that relationship with her. We call ahead, we backed it up to another trailer on site down there, but there's been other times when I've taken our truck, she has me go to the back door. You don't go in the front, she really works with us. I can't say enough good about her name's Marcia, she treats us like gold.
I checked into the insurance, and the
Yeah.
city would need to insure the trailer.
okay.
However, as long as we give permission, it does not need to be a city employee.
Okay,
You know,
yeah.
other people can haul them, so.
Brenda Kuno said, we talked about this on our West Side Park meetings,
Yeah.
and Brenda said Dick loves hauling stuff. You know, we'd take another load of, you know, me or someone else definitely would go along down, that's not something we'd
Yeah.
expect them to.
So I guess
go,
just
but
looking at the insurance aspect of, it, I mean, is it a nice trailer, is it?
It's
maintained?
not top of the line,
Yeah,
it's
Just
in
so we
good
don't have-
shape, it's in good shape and it's reinforced, and we said, it's my sisters, my mom and dad,
Mhm.
my mom passed away.
Mhm.
They've had it stored in the barn,
Okay.
but Dana said if we needed tires, sure we could get some tires from Scott.
Yeah,
It doesn't look the best, but it's not the worst, and we can't find anything. We really can't find anything, and I don't wanna lose this opportunity where people are dropping stuff off. I wanna keep that going, but I can't guarantee we can take 3 loads to Clinton every week.
right, and I don't want, you know, and I don't wanna put more burden on you guys at all. I guess when it just was first brought up, I was a little bit hesitant on, you know, something up there that's been kind of beaten up. Obviously, when you think of a livestock trailer, obviously, they kind of get abused.
I understand that, and it's not top of the line, and if you go to DeWitt, for years, they've had that livestock trailer there by that, is it the Sun Mart? It's right there across from Tyson's. Just now, this last month, after they had Clinton County Fair, it hasn't been pulled back.
Yeah.
But otherwise,
okay.
that sat there for years, and it just says on it, it's just DeWitt
Yeah, and
fundraiser.
I'm not totally opposed, I don't know what councils think. I mean, you know, like you said, and like Patty said in the email too, you think of doing like some kind of banner or
We thought we
something on
could, you
it.
know, cause if we
Yeah.
just bungee cord a banner on there, you know, when we go to take cans, take it off, cause it doesn't look the best, or maybe we could ask Tom Hyder to paint it. I guess I'm thinking one step at a time,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't want, we don't want something ugly up there either.
That was my
Right.
biggest concern, is how appealing is it gonna be sitting in
Right.
a park with a livestock trailer, that type of thing, but.
That's number one. Number two is, I think if you're gonna adopt this thing, you better get it off the ground, go through all the wheel bearings, and wheel bearings are cheap, you don't want problems.
Well,
Right,
that was my,
Yeah.
that was my question, just as far as ensure, we don't want something to
Yeah.
happen when somebody's hauling the thing or whatever, so.
And they're gonna use pop can money to buy it.
Okay,
So-
that was gonna be my next question, I guess, what the thought was there for.
I think it's a good idea, if it saved you guys time. Now, is this gonna be open in the back, that if somebody drops off a bag, it just goes into the back, or do you?
I think we open up the door, you know,
Yeah.
I think, you know, some people don't know how to open up a livestock trailer.
Yep.
I really think, you know, we make a couple signs and tell them how.
Yep.
I mean, it's gonna keep rodents out.
Yep.
You know, I mean, gotta think it's in, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Nancy, I mean, there's droppings in the park, there's rodents in the park now, I'm sure you see it, Rich. You know, it happens, there's bunnies and there's raccoons,
Yeah,
I
Well-
find in the park.
Yeah, and,
I mean,
I don't know, there's 2 ways to look at that. If you stop and think about it, if you close the trailer and have them drop it off behind, you can control how you load the trailer, what goes in the trailer, so on and so forth. That way you're in charge of loading the trailer. If you open the door and let people do it, what are you gonna get? Is there gonna be glass bottles? Is there gonna be,
we discussed the glass bottles.
is there gonna be
and
bags that are unacceptable?
I was going to suggest we stop taking bottles, but you guys, no one else is taking bottles, or like I said, they limit it. You can only take like 72 bottles to a redemption center.
and they,
I
they'll
kind of-
take them at Clinton?
They
or you-
will, she
okay.
takes as many as we take. I kinda feel like that's a community service thing. We don't make a lot of money off them, and they're a pain, cause we gotta rebox them. A lot of times they're maybe in a 6-pack or however it is, and those boxes are falling apart. It's a pain,
Okay,
Or they're just loose?
yeah.
Yeah. I had the same thought as Rich. I mean, if you let people just fill it, then you're probably gonna have to almost unload everything and then reload it to,
And maybe we do that, you know?
Yeah.
I think if you guys are okay with them moving ahead with it, see how it goes, cause Nancy and I talked about it, and if
See,
it doesn't go well, you can always resell the trailer and then take that money towards the park.
yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
and maybe we let people go in the trailer at first. The only thing is, again, it's like the elements, you know, if you miss that window frame of like, let's say it's gonna rain or snow that one day, all those boxes are ruined, what those bottles are in. And then you're
Right.
moving them twice, and then they fall apart, and then they break, and that's a real pain.
Yeah.
Maybe we see once how neat people are about it. I have no
Yeah.
problem with stopping at the park, you know, maybe a couple times a week and reorganize it and packing it in the trailer.
Sure.
Well, maybe you could kinda even put some type of separation section where bottles go here.
Maybe we
this
could put
side.
those containers right in, because that was Ray's idea when we were loading it out here. We actually took that one big white Gaylord
Yeah.
type thing. We had so many bottles that weren't in containers, we took the bottles out halfway, then we lifted that up, put it in the trailer, and then we filled it back up.
Yeah, that might be a good idea,
might
throw
be-
that in
Yeah,
there. and
that might
just
be
have
the
that.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, I look at it too, I mean, I guess what, appearance wise, what looks better or
Right.
worse, I mean, does it look better with a trailer there where everything can go nice and neat, be kinda hidden in the trailer versus all the open, the open
Well, and
cages
it's
that are
gonna
there
be
now, so.
back.
Against the adult's fence where the
Right.
containers are now and the trailer is brown.
Yeah,
I mean, I, as much as anything, don't want something ugly sitting there, but when it's making that much money.
well, that's just it, if it's a convenience thing for you guys too, and it helps you, makes your life easier, yeah, I don't see why not, so.
If, how do I wanna say this? If you're worried about the beautification of it, you could always, it's gonna cost you money, but you could always put a carport over it.
I know a guy that sells them.
Oh,
You
not
get a
him.
decent rate, but you know what, that same price of the carport, maybe we could have it painted.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine painting it would be a whole lot, maybe I'm wrong, I
Paint's not cheap anymore.
could ask Tom to see what he could do.
I would say if the opportunity is there to get a trailer, you're gonna need it anyway, right, to transport? We can figure out all the
Well, like Teresa
logistics
said,
of
if it
it.
doesn't work out, you sell it, and
Yeah.
you're not really out anything, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Question for fellow councilman. What would an awning cost for that?
Carport?
Yeah, or, excuse me, carport, yeah.
I don't know, probably $1,200-1,500 probably. No sides, it's just a rough curved edges carport.
Well,
Somewhere
it'd be nice to have one side on it.
Yeah, you're gonna be $1,500-1,600 probably, just guessing, depending on size.
Depending on your clearance for one thing with the trailer.
Yep.
I say, yeah, I mean, if council is okay with it, start with the trailer and we can go from there, so.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd be okay with it. I know Nancy and all the volunteers up there spend a lot of time, and
Yeah.
I don't have any concerns that they won't keep it up as best as possible.
Do we have to make any revisions to the driveway? More rock?
Not for this.
You're way off the edge, maybe you wanna think, well, we'll put.
I don't know, I mean, I don't,
That'd be a city responsibility.
I mean, you guys see it, I mean, it's a light, the trailer's not gonna have any weight on,
Right.
you know,
Right.
that, a load of cans and bottles ain't gonna cost anything, I can't see it sinking in, I can't see that being a problem. Of course, we wanna pull it back in the exact place every time.
How frequent does it have to be emptied?
I'm thinking, at this rate, I'm thinking once a month.
Okay.
You can let me know if there's any issues. Nancy.
Okay, like I said, I'd say just when we take it, back it up, I'd say not put it in the exact same spot, you know, I'll just,
Right,
that would just wear, just like how anything sits for a long time.
yeah.
Do we need a motion for this or no?
Do you
No.
think so? I didn't word it. Well, I guess I did
It does say
consider approval.
so, I
Yep.
mean, let's do a
Yep.
motion on it, then we're good, so. Unless there's any other discussion, but.
I'll make a motion to let Nancy go ahead and buy a livestock trailer to use for can return.
Second?
I'll second.
And roll call, please.
Matt Girardi,
Yep.
Adam Ryder,
Yes.
Rich Peterson.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Nancy.
Thank you
Thanks
guys
for all
very
your
much,
hard work.
appreciate it.
All right, we will jump down to number 9 then. Update on the sponsored project, and Cody is with us tonight. Origin Designs, so floor is yours.
For the sponsored project, we submitted to the DNR our 60% plans. They took and sent our 60% plans and engineering calculations and sent them to an outside firm for like a peer review. That outside firm came back with a pretty lengthy memorandum of comments. We are in the process of setting up a meeting with the DNR to go over these comments, because some of them are applicable, some of them are ridiculous, so, to be honest. So that's where we're at. I've reached out, I'm waiting to hear back from the DNR to have a one-on-one with them, along with Teresa probably, and go through the comments, cause it seems like they didn't have very much history of how it got to where we were. So,
okay.
there's comments like, well, you should make the detention deeper, or the pond deeper. Well, we're already 10 feet deep, you know, should make it bigger. Well, we're kinda stuck, you know, this is the area we're maximizing the area we have to do that, you know. So there's a lot of comments that aren't really applicable
Sure.
if you know where we came from.
Right.
So, and then there's comments like, don't feed the geese. That was a comment.
Are you kidding?
It's like, okay. No, it was don't feed geese. There was nobody in there. Don't feed geese. So
Okay.
it's like, and
Yeah.
there's other comments about
Right.
providing like jetties for anglers and stuff. It's like, we don't have the room to do that. So one comment's saying to make it bigger, other one's saying make it smaller and have these areas of land for people to fish off of, so.
Things you get when the people that aren't involved in it
Right.
start getting
Yeah.
involved.
So we're formulating a response, or have formulated a response, and are setting up a meeting to discuss it with them.
Okay. How soon are you thinking on that?
I sent them out some dates this week
Okay,
that work for us, for our team.
okay.
And
So
waiting
maybe this
response.
week?
Maybe this week,
Okay.
if they have availability.
Yeah, okay. And that'll be kind of the next hurdle that we gotta get over for that, right? Before we can kind
Yep,
of-
60% sign approval.
Okay. All right, does anybody have any questions for Cody regarding the sponsored project? If not, all right, we can move on then. Is that all you had for that, Cody?
Yeah. that's
Okay.
right.
Okay, we'll move on then, for the update on the Marvin edition.
Update on the Marvin edition, and I think it's a couple of the other, items on here as well. So they're under construction, working on the sanitary sewer right now.
Okay.
After they finish, they're working from, say, west to east on that, so they're coming to the east. They are very near St. Joseph Street, kinda at that intersection,
Yep.
working from the west end towards the
Okay.
east. When they finish that, they're going to move on to the water main. And then after that's completed, then they'll work on the
They're moving on to what you said, the water?
water main
Oh,
after the
okay.
sanitary sewer's completed.
Okay. At the last meeting, I kind of brought it up to Mark, have they been, and I don't know, maybe he passed this along, or maybe he didn't, they have two crews up there now?
I believe that's what Mark had indicated to me. I haven't been directly involved with the construction aspects of
Okay.
it. I believe that, I know he's indicated they've been moving kind of slowly,
Right.
and our inspector has been trying to push them along.
Okay.
So we're trying to get them,
Yeah.
to get more people out there. But I believe he did say that they do have two crews out there now.
Okay.
We have a progress meeting
I was just gonna ask if we
on
had.
Thursday.
On Thursday? Okay, that'd be good, cause I was kind of wondering. this morning.
Thursday at 1:00.
Yep.
Well, I guess my issue too is, you know, I go to the Quad Cities every day, and I understand, you know, there was rain up here this morning, but there was rain down there too. And there's a site down there where they're moving dirt, they've been removing dirt all day, you know, and it's like, I come up here and nothing's been done today, it's like, is October 1st really gonna work, or, I just
Well, that's
question.
gonna be my question.
I just
Do they
question
think
it
that they're
sometimes.
making progress toward, if
So.
they'll be done on 10?
So you wanna be in on that call on Thursday, is
Yes,
that
I
what I'm
do.
hearing?
Yes, I do.
And
Okay,
Mark
sorry,
did
let me go.
indicate that they're going to drive home, you know, if the change order for the first is approved, but that's, you know, that's the goal.
Right.
You know, that's the critical nature,
Yeah.
that's the completion date.
Yep. So, okay, sorry, I think off on rant. Otherwise, everything else out there, no other issues with,
Yeah.
with anything with them?
I understand.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions for Cody then regarding the subdivision? All right, thanks for that, Cody. We will move on then, to number 11. Consider, approval of final plat resolution 2021-06, for the Marvin addition. You'll see that in your packet. This is kind of just a,
Oh, it's just,
kind of a legality. Okay. Anybody have any questions regarding that? Not, can I have a motion for approval? There was nothing changed on this, right?
no.
Okay.
And they're on the final plat,
Yeah.
motion to approve.
Second,
I'll second.
and roll call.
Adam Ryder,
Yes.
Rich Peterson,
Yes.
Matt Doherty.
Yep.
Okay, number 12, discuss and consider approval of change order number 2, extending the completion for BWC Excavation LC, to October 1, 2021. So this obviously is.
No harm, no foul.
Yeah,
Just
something we
extension.
discussed last meeting too, so. This will just make it official.
He had a tough spring, I'll give it to him. Motion to approve.
Second,
Second.
and roll call.
Matt Doherty,
Yep.
Adam Ryder,
Yes.
Rich Peterson.
Yes.
Okay, I think
Thank you.
that's everything. Thanks, Cody.
Thank you.
As always, if Brandon comes up, he'll be Brandon to call.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, sir. Number 13, final approval of Mac Castle, building permit.
So I didn't not put building permit in our packet again, but, he actually, Max called a surveyor. The surveyor said, Brandon Mickel's property has been surveyed. And he said, really, for what you're looking for, if you run a string from, Mickel's over to yours straight, you've got your property line. So I went over there with Jack today, he's got it within, I would say 12 inches of that, cement pad. And it's actually like 3 feet from the alley.
Oh.
And when you actually stand down at the end of the alley and you look down, his is actually gonna be in a little further than the building, so, you know, your line of sight. So,
Right.
I see no reason that, Max stopped in today, we talked about it a little bit. I didn't think it was necessary that he come to the
Yeah.
meeting, I said, I think it's,
I think that was our biggest thing, was just if he was gonna get it surveyed, so
Yeah.
that we knew exactly what. Sounds like it's pretty cut and dry, so. And he's been good, he's been kind of, you know, willing to work with us a little bit, so.
yeah.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions on that?
Well, if everything's copacetic, I guess there's no question.
Yeah, I mean, he pretty much meets all the other restrictions,
You
so.
don't need a motion, no.
Do we need a motion? We didn't. We
I
do-
didn't.
We didn't do a motion last meeting.
No, no.
Okay, yeah.
We're good.
All right. Number 14, discuss and consider territory swap agreement, with Alliant Energy.
So we had this on the agenda, it would have been probably, I wanna say like back in April, when we discussed it. And, nothing has changed as far as territory, so that is all still the same. This is just really to get it finalized. I mean, we're, right now, we're looking at putting electrical in Alliance territory at this time. So, and they are collecting revenue off, the people that are listed in that document. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they have been, collecting revenue off those, so really, 7 people, and we've got 26 lots, so, I mean, it would be in our best interest to move forward, and once we get this agreement signed, then, it'll go to the Iowa Utility Board to get it finalized.
Do they know we're putting power in on their territory?
Yeah, that, they've initiated the swap.
Okay.
So, and that was kind of the agreement when, which, this goes back to 2017, when it was decided that they had put service in on our territory. And it was like, we'll do the swap. Well, it went through 3 different attorneys on our side, and just, nobody pulled the trigger. And it's like, okay, now we're going to start developing and getting housing in, and we want it to be ours.
On this swap, has anybody talked about, to inform the customers that they might be changing utilities?
They're not changing.
It won't change.
You're gonna keep everything the same
The people that are getting, Alliant right
on
now,
the west end, yep,
they're staying with Alliant.
okay. But you're gonna,
Nobody's got electricity on the Marvin property yet,
And that'll be ours.
and
and
that'll
now
be
you're
ours.
gonna hardwire city electricity into that, okay?
Yep, yep,
Just making sure.
yep.
Okay, does anybody have any other questions on that? Yeah, I mean, I guess as long as, everything's out there, so, just so it doesn't come back down the road. But with this, I mean, they won't be able to, so.
Mhm.
All right, got a motion for approval?
Motion to approve.
Second,
Second.
and roll call.
Adam Ryder,
Yes.
Rich Peterson,
Yes.
Matt Doherty.
Yep.
Number 15, fire department update. Is there an update?
Yeah, couple things. First thing is, we are updating our old, tanker, the oldest vehicle in our fleet, basically. The tank's starting to rust out, the frame's starting to rust out. So we do have a new, truck sitting at, PACU right now. We're actually taking our newest tanker, taking an axle off of it, putting a smaller tank on that, and our larger tank's gonna go onto our new unit. We ran into a power issue as far as that setup goes, so we're kinda doing some changing there. Hopefully have that done, whenever we can find a tank's our biggest thing. COVID, it's making it hard to find a tank, and it's gonna take months to get, so, that's as far as that goes. We're also doing, our 125-year +1 celebration on October 3rd from 1 to 4 at the fire station. We're gonna have bounce houses, kids' fire safety house, fire truck rides, handouts, stuff like that for the kids, along with some displays of, all the vehicles we'll have set up, our new equipment we've been purchasing, fundraising, drones, battery operated stuff, whatnot. Gonna be free ice cream and cake, and door prizes will be handed out. That's pretty much about it, so. We did, and I didn't, write down the year of
Okay.
the new one we had, it's not brand new, but,
Yeah. Is it newer than the new one you guys have now?
I do believe so.
Okay.
You talking about the chassis?
The chassis, yeah, we did get a
Oh,
new.
good God, yes, it better be newer.
What's that?
It better be newer.
Well, then our new tanker, not our old tanker, not the DNR tanker,
The newest one you guys.
the newest one we just
Yeah.
got, 706, yeah. Yep, but we ran into an issue with power on that on hills, if we're running full. So we're actually taking that chassis, taking an axle off, putting a smaller tank on 706, our truck now, and our new unit, bigger engine, stuff like that. I don't know. all the
It's a
weight.
it's a tandem axle chassis right now.
What's that?
It's a tandem axle chassis right now.
The one at the station is, yeah, we have two.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new one is, yeah. And it's, it just can't pull itself very decent on, some of the steeper inclines, so,
Well, we'll talk about that later. I'm not gonna muddy it up, but go ahead.
yeah.
Thank you.
That's all
Alrighty.
I pretty much got.
Okay, and you guys will get word out there about the celebration and all that good stuff?
Yeah, yep.
Okay. Then,
Yeah, just a 1 to 4, October 3rd, so.
Okay, yep,
Save the date.
Save the
Yeah.
date.
yep, we'll get it out on the city Facebook page and all that stuff too, so.
Yep.
Okay, sounds good, thanks for that.
You,
Moving on, number 16, discuss and consider approval, of a new vendor agreement for the Iowa's Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program for program year 2021.
We do this each year. There is income guidelines and residents do need to apply. It is a program that is used and helps residents in Preston.
Mostly during the winter months, right?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
Does anybody have any questions on that? All right, have a motion for approval. No other discussion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
And roll call.
Matt Girardi,
Yes.
Adam Ryder,
Yes.
Rich Peterson.
Yes.
Number 17, other business. Do you have anything, Teresa, or?
I do.
Oh,
Go first.
Hurdle. It's your time to shine.
I got a whole page for you.
So basically, I just updated everything on those reports. And it's, again, just a continuation off of all the previous ones, just staffing up. I did submit everything to the state, so we are completely caught up with that. So what the state wants is a zero error percent, which means basically you submit all your reports and you have to have less than 4% of errors for every single month combined. So once you get that, then they'll basically validate your stuff and then you're good. Waiting on them to do that. You just have to log in there and then certify us.
Okay.
If you have any questions on any of that, let me know. At the very, very back, last 3 pages, it's gonna be Carfax. And that's basically free to us. I just have to sign up for that. And then, whenever there's an accident, I just have to submit it to Carfax. And then what this gives us is, if there's any kind of partial plate or partial VIN number, then I can use this and run it. And then it'll help me narrow down whatever it is. So say something's stolen and the only thing I know is the year, make, model, and color, and a partial VIN, I can put all that in there and it'll populate every vehicle with that specific parameter inside Jackson County or whatever county I choose.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, and it is free.
Cool. Better.
As far as called Mainstays, they came up here, they fixed that. They took the hard drive, or the modems out to Des Moines, fixed them. They ended up putting in 3 new hard drives, cause 2 of them were crashed. And then I had them put an extra one in to back up, and it'll back up every day at 6 AM, which would basically be time for night shift to get off, and then that'll back all that up.
Did you put that one with your 3? No.
What's that?
Did you put that one with your 3, so when they all fell down again, you won't have the same problem?
They re-fixed it, so they anchored it, cause it wasn't anchored to any studs. It was anchored to the straight drywall. So,
Lack of engineering.
That should've
This
helped.
long. Hey, Tyler, the screws were that long, and he put in screws that long, so, just saying.
and then, that also went hand in hand with the first problem was Squad Car was not dumping all the body camera footage to hard drive due to the hard drive was broke. So I ended up going out to Keltec today. They ended up taking out hard drive from the car, putting a new one in. So now I have 257 gigabytes and I can use it again. Because before I had no minutes left, I couldn't use any camera whatsoever.
So that's the issue, that was what was going on
That
with
was the issue,
camera?
was
Okay.
both of those hard drives were messed up and they weren't talking, so now everything is good.
Okay, good deal.
While I was there, I did do a quote for body cameras. So, cause we are down to 1 body camera. So we have currently the Arbitrator 3, which was brand new in 2014. They are outdated now. The, price for those was $988 per unit. And that would be for, basically I can get another body camera, the same one that I have now. There should be a copy of the Keltec estimate in there with your stuff. Should look like this.
Yeah, I printed it out, it's just, I do that.
Well, we got 1 page that says page 1, 2 on the bottom, so.
Yeah, the first page just had that estimate of it, so.
So basically, I had them quote out 2 new body cameras. Reason being, if we get another body camera that we have now, pros to that are, we already have all the equipment inside the car. That would be your charging dock, the way that everything's set up, everything's synced together, so if I turn my lights on, my dash cam will start recording and automatically turn on my body camera. The downfall to that, they do not update the software for that anymore. Once that camera breaks, it's done. There's no servicing, there's nothing. So I have the one that's broke. Basically, it was like a battery issue or something, but they do not service those. So, pros to that is we already have everything set up, it's all synced. The downfall of that is we do not get any service with that. Once it's broke, so if battery goes out on it within a week, I'm not saying it would, but if it does, you're not getting, you have to pay for a whole new one, $988. With the new ones, they are, again, the same price per unit. The downfall to that is we would have to pay to upfit the vehicles for all that. Once that's upfitted, then you'd be back to how we are now. Software gets updated, comes with a 3-year warranty. Batteries are interchangeable, so with this one, if I'm recording, I'm at an incident, and I get dispatched to another one, and I'm at 1 bar battery, that's all I got. That would happen on the new ones. I would basically just take out a battery and put a new one in. They'd say you get roughly about, for every 12 hours, you would get about 12 hours of recording time, which is what we're running for shifts right now, between 10 to 12 hours. In the event that that would happen. So that would be the pros, the cons for that. Also, they would come out to Preston to install all of that in the vehicles instead of me driving one vehicle down there, get outfitted, drive it back, and then drive another one back again. So that would be for those. The whole estimate is in there, it's on that paper on the first page at the top. estimate would be for them to come here, them to take out the old stuff, put the new stuff in.
Oh,
and
okay, there
that-
it is, I see it.
Yep, and then that gives us also a 3-year warranty for anything that's broken. They come, they fix it. Any kind of service issues like we were having before, they come, they fix it, they deal with all that.
So right now we're down to one camera?
You're down to one camera, one body camera, which is this one right here. That covers all of this. Grants, I was talking to the sheriff's office, Karen Wells. She kind of looks after all their grants and stuff there, so, and she's also the one that gave me the Carfax stuff, so she's gonna look for grants there since we are eligible now, and, she's gonna let me know what she finds on that. Also with our shield, I don't know when we would have to pay for basically a renewal of license for that, since we did get a year for free, since we didn't have anything before. But I would assume it would be coming up probably around November, December timeframe, and I do not know how much that is. So
Okay.
I'll have to figure that out, I'll get with her and then figure out what the overall cost for that is. But we are eligible for grants now.
Do we have anything budgeted for that?
For Shield?
Yeah.
No.
I did look at tires for squad cars. Reason being, when it was raining going down the road in the Charger, it was hydroplaning. So looking at putting back on the all-terrain tires that were on there before, prior to switching them out for the seasonal summer tires. They are still a Z-rated, pursuit rated tire, they're all-terrain, so they give you better traction off-road, on-road, and typically they are a lot cheaper than the ones that we have on now. I only have one quote right now, and it's through CNR, because they typically have a better deal than the state bid, which for Dodge, it would be $193 per tire, and then the Explorer is $226 per tire. However, we still have our other ones that we just took off over at Westside, so.
Just took off, the Charger?
Both of them.
Oh, they both had them?
Yep.
Okay.
So basically, we could probably put them back on, just for the reason being that raining, and it has been raining a lot more, I'm hydroplaning in the Charger.
Yeah, that's not good.
And also even going on a gravel road in the mud that's kind of like squishy, I'm still sliding all over. the
What are the
place.
ones like that you took off? Are they in decent shape yet?
I don't know. I didn't see them too, I guess, much before they got switched off, 'cause that was when I was first starting.
Oh, okay,
But they looked fine from what I seen,
okay,
so I don't know, I'd have to look.
okay.
As far as PD wise, everything else is fine. Evidence room is getting worked on. Ammo, we have enough ammo, everything else is good. Reports, I've been doing like a triple reporting filing because the hard drive just crashed. So they recovered it all, but I didn't want that to crash and then I lose everything.
Right.
So basically, if something happens, I print it off, put it in a case file in my office, and then I will also make another copy, and that goes to whatever other agency needs it, or the county attorneys, or wherever else, on top of the Shield system in our computers. So, in the event that the hard drive crashes again.
Okay. Hopefully we won't have to deal with that.
I don't have that to do with it again, so.
Okay. What did you find out with, West Side, with the Explorer?
So the Explorer, he said it just needs probably a transmission flush and a tune-up.
Okay.
And also there is a recall for the Explorer, something with the rear. I have to look, I have the recall in my office.
Okay.
But, Westside does not flush the trannies there, so I'd have to take it to Brad Geary.
Oh,
Which would be, actually work out, because if they can do the recall on top of everything else in
Right.
one go.
Right.
So,
okay,
but that's what, he had with that.
okay. Sounds good.
money in town, or?
Yeah, and I didn't know of any other places, or do you
Gotcha.
know anyone that has them or
I don't
would
know,
have them?
I don't know if Ole could get them, or.
Tires are a scary world right now.
Yeah, I just didn't know. but-
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I guess, I mean, check out those other ones before we go buy regular sets, if they're decent, we can get them.
Yeah, I'm not going to buy new ones if those ones are still
Right.
good.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I did talk to Jason about them, and he said that he has a hard time getting those ones,
Mhm.
because that's, I brought the same thing up to him, we were talking about that, and he
Gotcha.
said the same thing, tires are scared of them.
Same thing with Ole's.
I have not talked to Otis yet.
Okay.
Okay. How soon, I mean, on the body camera thing, are you thinking, I mean, is it something
Depends on
we should do
whenever the-
immediately, or, I mean, is it something we could budget for next year, or?
Well, if we kind of risk reward, if we were to get another one of these ones, it'll be good because it's cheaper, and you'll have another one, they would just have to sync it up. If it breaks, kind of screwed.
Yeah.
Cause it's just the 980, right? There's no re-outfitting.
I don't know if there would have to be some kind of labor in there, which the only labor that I can see would be them syncing that camera to the actual Bluetooth and everything, how it works over there.
Gotcha.
I don't think there would be anything else because the docks are all the same. So I could take this one out, and then if there's another one that has an Arbitrator 3, plug it right in. In theory, it would work. So there shouldn't be too much stuff. Downfall to that, and I brought it up too, I said, you know, if we had 2 cameras that are the newer ones, and say we kept this one for a part-time or a reserve, I asked if that would be plausible, and they said no, because this one being an older generation, the new one being a newer generation, that software is not, you know, toggable. So basically, they said it would probably work, however, you run the risk of if you dump the old one in with the new, then you could have coded videos, and it would basically corrupt it.
Gotcha.
So if we replaced the equipment, we replaced it all, would there be any value, you know, resell, you know, third party or otherwise that you could get
I
rid
do
of?
not have the answer for that. I wouldn't think so with this one, just for the fact that it was installed in 2014. And they don't use them really anymore, because they're often the newer ones. I can ask and figure that out. I don't know if they would offer a trade-in for that, however, I don't think they do. But I can ask and find out.
Yeah, yeah, might be worth asking. Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay, so you had then, Corey?
Yep.
Okay, perfect, thank you. Anybody else have anything for other business?
I do.
Teresa?
Thursday and Friday, I was at the Iowa Rules Summit. I went with, was there with Dave Heyer. I got to attend as part of the Jackson County Economic Alliance Group. Some of the highlights of the meeting, they had a lot of breakout sessions, a lot of listening, to board panel things. I found a good contact for Christensen Coffee, being a small business. They kind of Iowa takes small business under their wing. They do some mentoring, some, coaching type things, and they help find grants. I think that will also help with, Marshall Driscoll. So, looking to copy that information and get it to them, and all they have to do is go on the website and they can sign up. There's lots of free things for them, so, I think that was a good find.
Yeah.
Met Molly from Trees Forever, that was good. Got some material on trees. And then also, by accident, sat at the same table with the Lieutenant Governor for lunch, and then spoke with him afterwards about Preston, and that it would be really nice when they're doing their 99 county tour, if they would think of Preston. And good interaction. Received an email today from Patty Manuel from Macokota Valley Rural Electric. She is retiring, so 42 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Her last day is August 26th, so,
Oh, wow.
yeah, so it's soon.
Does
West
she
Street, go
know
ahead.
who's replacing her?
She did send out contact
Okay.
information.
Okay.
So, and if, would you like me to forward that email to all of you, just so you have it? I have no problem doing
Yeah,
that.
that's fine.
Okay. West Street is being seal coated tomorrow, August 24th. So that'll be taken care of. And, our rectangular rapid flashing beacons for Highway 64. I had a call with the, DOT, regarding, the placement of these beacons. And what he was saying is, he was thinking maybe we should just have one, not have two, and train people to go to the one. I reviewed it again today with Jack, and I feel, it makes sense to go with the two. Right now, we have those two crossings, and I think having two of them makes sense. Of course, the DOT feels the more signage you get, it starts taking away, people start ignoring things. But I feel there's enough distance between the two, and I think trying to get somebody to go from St. John's and walk clear up,
Yeah.
and it's just not going to happen.
No.
So I am in the midst of filling out the application, and getting the map together. I did call another town, a small town, and she said, the police chief filled out all of the paperwork for them. Hint, hint. I almost have it completed, so so I'm getting that completed. Once the application is approved from the DOT, then I will go ahead and order. The first thing he said to me is, you have not ordered these yet, have you? No, and he said, well, that's good on your part, they're expensive, and, you know, it just makes sense to get the approval first. So, that's where I'm at with that.
Okay, good deal.
Any questions on anything that's going?
There was gonna be two of them, right, one on each side of the road?
Yes,
Okay.
so we'll have a set here and a set down further.
I guess it just, it kind of, I question it a little bit too, when they, you know, kind of question the, you know, how it clutters it up or whatever. But, I mean, and it's, I don't know if it's ever been brought up either before, but the sign on the country store parking lot, that lower one that sits kind of right on the corner too, you know, I kind of question how, maybe they don't know it's there, but sometimes it's kind of like, that thing is kind of in a bad spot too.
You
Sometimes I look at that.
definitely inch out
Right.
to be able to make sure.
Right.
But, I would have thought, any kind of type of signage that goes along the highway,
Mhm.
there has to be a special permit issued by the DOT.
That's what I was wondering, yeah, what that
Yeah,
all,
but that's a Highway 64 issue.
yeah, what that took, so.
They're the ones that got clarified, where you put driveways in, your feet of visibility from the driveway, and yada, yada, yada.
Oh, we had to, just to put up our, hometown pride sign,
Oh, yeah,
we had to go, we went through the DOT, so.
okay,
But,
okay,
so my plan is to, get that taken care of.
perfect.
And then I am out of the office next Monday and Tuesday, cause I leave on Saturday for Florida. So, we laughed about the hurricanes, and I said, well, I want the full experience.
You might get it.
It just may happen. Hopefully, I can live to tell about it.
You better.
Yeah, there you go. So, that's all I have.
Okay, sounds good. Anybody have anything else? Not here. If not, Rich?
I never heard anything more about the OP generator.
Did Ray not everything's working.
No, I never heard anything, no, I never got a response.
Okay, I will get with Ray. Cause I don't know if I just sent him another email, so I need to make sure he's getting his email.
Okay.
Okay.
That was just a little bit too close for me.
Yeah. Well, and they did the urge test Thursday, and that went well, so,
Yeah, was Owen in town for that? I thought I
Ye-
saw
yes, yeah.
truck in town. Alrighty, good deal. I ask for a motion for adjournment, please.
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
And roll call.
Rich Peterson,
Yes.
Matt Girardi,